I'm refilming this episode only because I didn't really like the last reading I did of it. And also, I've decided to read the prologue and the first chapter. So, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. The fanfic today, Winds and Rains by Sammy SDG Force. It's probably not going to be as bad as the fanfic I reviewed in the last episode, but by reading the summary of this fanfic, I'm a little concerned, to say the least. This fanfic is a SD Gundam fanfic under the anime manga section. It's rated fiction K+. It's in English. It's supernatural romance. It's Shutei and Captain. I'm probably not saying the names right, but then again, I am not Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, so of course I'm not going to pronounce things right. I'll try to in the best that I can, but if I don't crucify me. Thank you. It has 4 chapters, over 16,000 words, and 7 reviews. 3 faves, 1 follow. Last updated in 2007. So yes. Let me read you the summary of this story to give you an idea of why I'm a little worried. Even though I'm not reading the entire story, I'm going to be reading the first 2 chapters. Seeing the first chapter is really just the prologue, and the second chapter is technically the first chapter, and it's pretty long. Anyway, so, let's get started by reading the summary. Sammy always 'D trouble-making friends. See what I mean? See what I mean right there? That makes me worried. Let's read the rest of it. Sept animals, being an oddball drove M away. That's till she and her family move -D to Neotopia. Set Durton Season 1. Shutei/OC, Captain/OCPS. You may find rewrites in here. Please tell me that this author's trolling. But they're not. I would love it if they were, but they are not. Thankfully, the grammar in the story is not as bad as that author's note, because I kind of skimmed through it a little bit, but it's not fantastic. So let's read the disclaimer, and then let's read the story itself. Disclaimer, I don't own the SD Gundam Force. They are owned by Bandai. Well, at least that sentence came across as more intelligent than the summary of the story. Why it was written like that in the first place, I have no clue. I do own Sammy, Adam, Eden, and the McDonald's. No, you don't own McDonald's. You do not own McDonald's. McDonald's owns everyone. You don't own them, they own you. As well as the McDonald's robots and pet, Buddy, Tien, Samaru, Nikki, and any other character that appears in this fanfic but doesn't appear in the show. Let's get started. Winds and Rain, prologue. So long ago. The strange figure raced through the woods. Her heart pounded, and a loud crying could be heard from underneath her cloak. Okay, if you're gonna go, her heart pounded, I guess that makes sense. But get rid of the use of the ampersand. Ampersand, for those who don't know, is that little, here's a quick, that's what an ampersand is. It's pretty much a replacement for the word and. But for like more, like, you see it for like company names, like, or even band names possibly, like Mumford & Son, or like so-and-so and so-and-so company. You don't see that, you don't see ampersands in normal sentences. So there's really no need for the ampersand to be used here. Use the word and. It's only 2 characters more. And not as complicated either, because you have to press a keyboard command to even make the symbol in the first place. Let's read the sentence again. The strange figure raced through the woods. Her heart pounded, and a loud crying could be heard from underneath her cloak. "Shh, my little one." She could hear those monsters' voices from a distance. "Come on, Ariel. I think we getting closer." Apparently, this robot does not know the term we are or we're. "Yes, Eerie Wind. We'll soon have her in our grasp." The figure knew she had to hurry. They just couldn't get her or her baby. She then saw open metal up ahead. "Oh dear, this isn't going to be good." As she stopped to catch her breath, don't you mean stopped ED, seeing this is supposed to be in past tense, she saw the twosome and, again, use the word and, not the ampersand, what they looked like in a way that made her wish that this was all a dream. A sweet-looking young girl in a black and white, almost harmless-looking robot. If only they were what they seemed to be, but alas, fate didn't see fit to that. But it didn't matter now, as they were gaining on the figure and her baby. Use the word and, stop using an ampersand. And her baby girl. Then came the fence post, the hiding place for the figure's child. "I'm sorry, my sweet Eve, but I couldn't bear myself if something happened to you. I have to leave you here. I'm going to try to lure them away from here. I love you, for now, forever, and for always. Hopefully, someone will find you, and raise you, and love you the way I do." Stop using ampersands! She gently placed the child by the fence post, and... Stop using ampersands! A-N-D! I know the story was written back in 2007, but still, if the author so much as watching this and they still care about the story, go in there, fix it so it doesn't have ampersands. It's distracting. It's an eyesore. Get rid of it. And then she turned to the twosome whom she'd been running from. Okay, so didn't they just watch her hide the baby? Let me guess, they're going to have dumb villain logic and not notice. There she is. "Hello, Eerie Wind. Ariel. What are you waiting for? I'm right here." "Eden, where's the air?" "Yeah. And where are those keys?" "Long gone. I hid them somewhere you'll never find them." They all began to fight, leaving blow after blow. In the middle of the fighting, Ariel started to speak. "My, what a busy day we've had. Being attacked, chased, having one child turn into an immortal frog, and who knows what happened to the other child. I say, I don't know how you handle it." This is supposed to be the beginning of the story, right? Meanwhile, a farmer who lived nearby had heard all the chaos and went outside to check it out when he found a little baby by the post. "Well, now, what do we have here? Where is your mother?" He looked around, but he saw no one for a distance. Or just say but he saw no one around. "Oh, well, there. I can't leave you out here all alone." Eden, who had finished with an ED, due to the fact that the twosome had ran away, looked out over to where she'd last seen her daughter. "So, you could have kept your child with you, seeing you fought them off. I mean, really?" "Goodbye, my Princess Eveline. Be safe. I hope you grow up to be a beautiful, creative, and most of all, brave person." Nah, she grew up to be me. She thought to herself, "I also hope that you can find a way to return your brother Adam," get rid of the word "to" in there, "to the way he once was." What happened to him? Care to explain? "But for now, and from now on, that farmer's family is your family. And we'll just have to live with that." And look at the charming spelling and grammar right in front of your faces. Not only do you have the period there, but then you have it start off with an ampersand. And even if it started off with the word "and," that would still be wrong. Because anything beginning with the word "and" or "but" is considered a fragment. It's not its own sentence. I mean, in some cases it's okay, like if it's dialogue, that's one thing, but this? No. No. Just no. She turned away and left with a heavy heart for her home. The home she had in another dimension. Why didn't she just bring the baby with her into the other dimension? Oh my God! Oh my god, I don't... the story. I might... Ichabod! Ichabod McDonald! Yes, Dorothy, I'm right over here. Ichabod, sweetie, what have you got there? Ichabod showed his wife what he'd found. Oh my lord, what is she doing out here? I wish I knew, but this, don't you mean one this? This is why you proofread your work before publishing it. But this little one needs someone to take good care of her. It might as well be us. Ichabod, dear, you must be joking. Really, bitch? Ichabod explained to Dorothy that he wasn't. And when she protested against him, he gently flopped the baby into her arms. Then she saw that pretty bright red hair and those beautiful sapphire blue eyes. So if the baby was ugly, she would still say no. What a charming person. All right, Ichabod, you win. But on one condition, we have to find her a name. Well, no shit, of course you're going to name the baby, you moron. At that moment, a necklace popped out from under the little one's blanket. How convenient. The silver chain shined in the half-dim sunlight, and the onyx center stone glowed a pretty blue light as its owner giggled. Well now, what do we have here? As Ichabod checked out the necklace, he found something very unusual. 4 symbols placed going up and sideways across the back. It looks like it says Sammy. What is it, dear? Just these symbols, but all I can make out of it is S-A-M-I. S-A-M-I. Sammy, do you suppose that could her name? What do you mean by that exactly? Don't you mean, it should say, do you suppose that could be her name? I don't know, but I guess we've got something to call her by now. So the 3 of them went into the house. A family they were, Ichabod, Dorothy, and Sammy. The moment they all walked into the door, so the baby can walk now, their newfound little one began to cry. There now, hush now, your pa's got ya, and he's going to try to be a good parent to you. Your ma, too. We're going to take good care of you for as long as we have you. You have our word on it. He said as she started to calm down. Yes, you do. We promise our little Sammy McDonald. They thought they'd have to keep their promise till she was full grown. Little did they know they would be unable to keep their promise sooner than they thought. Okay. Foreshadowing much, I suppose? A few months later, they were getting ready to move far away from their little home that was just outside of Neotopia. What will we tell... What will we tell her about her real parents? Dorothy asked her husband. We'll tell her that we're her real folks. For now, that's she thinks. That's what she'll think, you mean? Hopefully, when the time is right and she's old enough, we'll be able to tell her the truth. He said to her, Yes, you're right, but for now, she's our little girl, and that's all that matters. Yep, all that mattered. Disclaimer, Sammy SDG Force here. Gotcha, you W hyphen whatever, what is that? Oh, a slash mark, a cliffhanger, huh? Don't worry, you'll all have to find out what happens. Hey, lose the text speak, you frickin' dipshit. I hate it when people do that. I know it's just the author's note, but still, get rid of it. Alright, one more chapter to go. Unfortunately, this chapter is way longer than that prologue. We're gonna be here a while. Winds and Rains, Chapter 1. Day of Arrival for the New Kid. Oh man, what a boring day. I wish Captain and the others would get here soon. The young boy, who was about 12 years old, said to himself, this boy's name was Shute. And if that's not how you pronounce the name, I don't care. He was a fairly sized boy, a tad skinny, but fairly sized all the same. He had short auburn hair, with what seemed to be a mohawk forming in the front, light tan skin, and forest green eyes. He wore a yellow t-shirt, a bright red vest, which kind of looked like a sweater over it, denim blue short pants, although they kind of looked just like knickerbockers, pure white socks, and finally a pair of red and gray sneakers. Woo-hoo, woo-woo! The sound of a train whistle split his moment of silence. Shute looked out towards the direction of the sound, only to see two pink train cars heading towards the city he had known at his home, Neotopia. Fen. A tiny puffball ran up to Shute and made a sort of smile at him. Oh, hey there, Fen. Don't mind that. It's probably just the train sisters. They bring visitors and tourists and new neighbors from all over all the way right here to Neotopia. What the hell is with all those ellipses? Is the kid supposed to be high or something?
Oh, yeah, Finn. Those trains, they bring people from all over with all from far away. Let's get some more weed.
And they're probably not going to explain why there's all those ellipses there. He then stared blankly, only later form a smile from the contents of his mouth. What? See ya, Fen. I gotta go. Bye-bye. Gotta go get more drugs. Shute then dashed inside the house and then dashed out with a piece of paper. Then he wrote a message on the paper and struck it to the door to his workshop. Little did he know his life was about to change. Epic foreshadowing music. He grabbed some of his things and headed for the train station. He then put on his in-lines and started to skate all the way. When he got to the train station, he came across some friendly, familiar faces. Mind you, all these characters are robots, I believe. Are you sure whatever made that strange sound came this way? Yes, Baku ne Tsumaru, but I must remind you again that the sound was created by train number 3 and train number 4, who are also known as the Train Sisters. For now on, I'm going to say that name as Baku because it's a lot easier than saying the full name. Great, now I'm talking like a robot. Fuck you, story. Ah, Baku, you must relax and have faith in your allies. Thankfully, I got my voice back. Shute recognized the 3 voices. It was his friends, Captain, Zero, and Baku. Oh good, they have the nickname right there anyway. Captain was a light blue, yellow, dark gray, and white looking robot, mostly because he was in his mobile citizen mode. Okay. And looked kind of like a police officer with sapphire blue colored eyes. While Zero was mostly blue and white looking robot, who had some red and yellow on him, mind you, and looked kind of like a knight with teal colored eyes. And as for Baku, he was a mostly red and white looking robot who had some yellow on him and looked kind of like a samurai with soft brown colored eyes. While Zero and Baku's faces were each covered with a faceplate, which by the way hid everything on it, aside from the eyes, Captain's was not. Zero, I'm gonna get you. Zero must have made some of his princess roses appear on Baku again, making him angry, and as usual, it started a fight between the two. How'd you know about those 2 trains' nicknames, Captain? Oh, oops, that's of Robot 2. Let's read that again. How'd you know about those 2 trains' nicknames, Captain? Shute knew that voice. It was Gunbike. Gunbike was a big gray, dark gray, repetitive much, and red-looking robo motorcycle who had some blue and yellow on him as well, with big, bright green colored eyes. Well, he knows because I told him all about the Train Sisters. Huh? Shute, what are you doing here? Captain asked surprisingly before happily giving his closest friend a big bear hug. I was over at my house when I heard the train whistle and saw the Train Sisters coming here. I guess I got this crazy idea of coming here myself. It looks like you guys all got the same idea. Yeah, Shute, I see, but why did you get such a crazy idea? Well, you see, Captain, Sayla told me that her pen pal, Chris McDonald, and his family are moving to Neotopia sometime soon. Oh, really? Yeah, and I want to meet him so much. I heard lots of things about them from what Sayla got in her letters from Chris, and now I might actually get to meet them in person. Enough with the comma uses there, buddy. Well, now, you're looking forward to this, ain't ya? You bet, Gunbike. Woo, 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 woo. That's them now, Shute said just before he started running off towards the platform. He saw the train sisters pull in and smiled. Did he smile or did the train smile? Are they like from Thomas the Tank Engine and have faces and can smile at people? I wonder if I'm the only person who always thought that show was kind of creepy, that he had freaking man-made objects with faces that smile at you. But then he stopped dead in his tracks when he saw her step out of the train car. Mary Sue alert. She was a young girl, fairly sized, I might add, kind of like Shute, and about probably Shute's height. She had sapphire blue-colored eyes, light tan-colored skin with a freckled, bleached face, and bright red-colored hair that was worn in a ponytail, but it had some side bangs flowing down the right side of her face, and on top of her head was some brown-colored highlights that gave it a strawberry blondish look. She wore a pair of long denim blue jeans that go all the way down, you mean? Just past her ankles, with big, bright, deep-colored red panels on the lower legs. A navy blue denim shirt worn over a bright orange tank top, a pair of old worn-out white and light blue sneakers with a pair of pure white footy socks, although Shute didn't know that at the moment. And around her neck was a silver-framed onyx charm on a silver chain necklace. To Shute, she was beautiful. "Hurry up, Pa," she called once she had gotten off of the way. "I's a-comin', Sammy. These old bones of mine ain't what they used to be." An elderly man appeared to step out of the train car, only to be followed by an elderly woman and a little 8-year-old boy. "Pa, you ain't that old," the girl replied. Her name was revealed. It was Sammy. Finally, here we are in Neotopia, the city of wonders." Okay, that was a really bad voice. Sorry. The young boy said. "Why, Chris, it looks very nice, and this is the only train station." The women replied to him, so I guess both Sammy and the old woman replied in unison at the same time saying this. "What do you think, Ichabod, sweetie?" she asked her husband. "I guess it's not so bad. How about you, Sammy?" "It's okay, I guess." Why is the abbreviation for okay? I'm not going to start. "Huh? What's that boy doing just standing over there? He's going to get himself preened," she said as she ran over to Shute's side. "Who's that beautiful girl? I have never seen her before." "Well, no shit, she just came off the train! Of course you've never seen her before! Use your brain, use your brain, use your fucking brain!" He then noticed what was going on. She was coming towards him. "What the? She's coming over here. Is my hair okay? My breath? What do I do? What do I say?" "Hey," she said as she smiled and waved at him. "Hi," he replied to her. He didn't see the cart bot that about run him over. Oh, just such beautiful grammar in the story. "Look out!" She pulled him out of the way just in time. Thanks, that was close." "No problem. That's why you shouldn't do that." "Huh? Do what?" "Stand out in a spot where you can get hurt. That's why I came over here, to make you didn't end up in harm's way." "Really? That's nice of someone so pretty like yourself to do. By the way, my name is Shute. Did you just call me pretty? That's real sweet of you, Shute. Anyway, my name's Sammy." "Sammy? Sammy? Sammy McDonald?" Yes, all of a sudden they have an accent. Oh well. I'm just gonna go with it. The sound of Sammy's ma yelling echoed throughout the platform. "Ma must be wondering what's taking me so long. I should be getting," Sammy said as she started walking, but then she turned around to wave. "See you later, Shute." "Huh? Sammy, wait, your full name's Sammy McDonald?" "Yep, Shute, that's my name. Don't wear it out." You wouldn't happen to know a Chris McDonald, would you? Yeah. He's my little brother. Your brother? Shutei's face grew pale. Don't you mean grew pale? He couldn't believe it. He had heard Sayla say something about Chris having a sibling named Sammy, and he's been looking forward to meeting Sammy for weeks. But he always thought Sammy was a boy. Shutei, are you okay? Okay, again they use the abbreviation for okay. They even have the little punctuation marks in it, and that's just annoying. She asked him all worried. Oh yeah, I'm just... I hate it when people do that. They're trying to have them speak quickly, so they get rid of all the spaces. I will admit I did that once in a story too, but still, reading out loud's a pain in the ass. I understand why it's done, but it's annoying. Okay, I should be getting home. I mean, as soon as I find my family and we get everything all packed up and we head over to the house with our stuff, of course. Well, bye. Yeah, bye, Shutei said as he saw her leave. He then headed back to where he last saw his friends. Along the way, he might have said like stupid, 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 or what's wrong with you, Shutei? Don't you know how to talk to a girl? Really? Just have him say that stuff. Don't have to say, oh, he might have said the following things. He might have said this and he might have said that because I'm too lazy and can't make up my mind because I'm a stupid, dumb, idiot writer. Sorry. I shouldn't be so mean, but... By the time he got to his friends, he was so confused he didn't know what to do. Shutei, are you okay? Asked Captain. I don't know, Captain. I met this girl and I talked to her too fast to her, and she probably doesn't speak to me ever again. And she probably doesn't speak to you. What? Is this like, I don't know how to speak proper English land? You know, I can kind of understand the McDonald family because now I kind of figured out that they're supposed to be like, you know, Southerners or something. Okay, okay, that sounded offensive. I'm sorry. Forget I said that. Like... Some people down south will kind of, use, like, slang and stuff, which that's fine. That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean it to be offensive. But this, on the other hand, no. No. Okay, I'm shutting up now. Let's just move on. Explained Shutei. Baku slyly eyed him. Oh, a girl problem. I see now. He said as he chuckled, as he cluckled. Don't you mean chuckled? And winked. Baku, it's nothing like that. We just met. Shutei was so upset that he ran off somewhere. Shutei, Captain cried out. No, Captain, let him go. There's gonna be some problems that Shutei will have to figure out on his own, explained Gunbike. Just then a young girl came by. It was Sammy. Why, hello there, milady. Why art thou upset? I thought she had to go and help her family move. Huh? Oh, excuse me, please, but have you seen a young boy by the name of Shutei run by here by any chance? Why would thou art looking for Shutei? If thou is, then thou art not in luck. Shutei hath just left. Really? Why? And why is he speaking like he's in Shakespeare land? Let me explain, Zero. After all, this is my fault. You see, Shutei was talking to this girl and he sort of messed up and he told us about it. And I assumed, don't you mean assumed, that something else had to do with it. But then we had a little spat and then Shutei ran off somewhere and then you came running along. You see, hey, why did you come along here? Oh, you see, I found this. She pulled out a strange-looking cell phone. It was Shutei's. I figured, since it wasn't there when I was talking to Shutei, and since it was in the same spot where he was standing, it must have belonged to him, and he must have dropped it by accident. I thought I should return it to him. Really? You were talking to him? You must be the girl he was talking about. Da 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 da! Since you are looking for him, he went in that direction. Captain said as he pointed to where Shutei had run off to. By the way, my name is Captain. He then pointed to himself. This is Baku Netasamaru. Hi there. He then pointed to Baku. Okay, before you have him say by the name, my name is Captain, it should have said he pointed to himself, my name is Captain, and then have it say he pointed to Baku. I mean, common sense. He then pointed to Baku as the Blazing Samurai said hi, and you might already know who Zero is. I'm already pleased to have met you, milady. The winged knight replied as Captain pointed. Okay, I guess it's because he's supposed to be a knight, but he wasn't speaking like that earlier. That's what makes no sense. Don't forget about me, Captain. I'm going to give this robot a bit of a southern accent just for fun. Gunbike said as he revved up his back wheels. Ah! Sammy screamed as Gunbike had frightened her. This is Gunbike, Captain said as he introduced the young girl to the talking motorcycle. Sammy was still too freaked to stay. Are you kidding me? She's afraid of a fucking bicycle? She got up fast and quickly started to leave. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I gotcha go. Find Shute, return his cell phone to him. It was nice meeting y'all. By the way, my name's Sammy. Gotcha go. But gotta go, not gotcha go. Gotcha is when you grab someone. Like, gotcha. It's not. Hey, Sammy, love the accent. Gunbike managed to holler. Huh? She said to herself as she gave herself a blank, confused stare. So she was, like, staring at herself like this. Huh? That's the only way you'd be, well, unless you're looking in a mirror. She pulls out a random mirror. Huh? Or she has a straight plate that has a reflection. Huh? I mean, really? Thanks, she replied as she hollered back. Whoa, I think I might have scared that Missy good. I could tell 99.5 from that scream, Gunbike, sir. Yeah, Captain. Yeah, Captain. I don't think I've heard anyone or anything scream so loud since I was back in my homeland of... Oh, that's supposed to be the... Oh, fuck it. Oh, no, actually it's not, because then the frickin' night guy speaks after this. Doth thou know that milady Sammy will be okay? Oh my god, this is annoying. Ampersand, ampersand, ampersand. Meanwhile, Shute was sighting down at the water fountain in the middle of the train station. He was pretty much upset. Oh man, that Baku, what an unbelievable guy, he said to himself. Sammy, who had spotted him from afar, walked up behind him, all sneaky like. You seem upset, don't you? Ah! 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 What? It's like they're trying to reenact that scene from Lion King 2 with Timon and Pumbaa and Kiara screaming at each other. They were both screaming their heads off. Shute, while screaming, got up and took a step back, losing balance in the process. He then accidentally Sammy, who was still screaming, but okay, what did he do to her? Did he grab her by the collar of the tank top she was wearing, sending them both plunging headfirst into the fountain. Meanwhile, again, are you kidding me? Unknown to both the two kids and the Gundam force, Shute's friends, no shit, Fen was not far behind. In fact, he was over where Shute and Sammy were. Sammy, what in the world are you doing here, and why are you sneaking? Up on you? She gladly said as she finished his sentence for him. Yeah, he blankly stared and replied as he realized what she just did. I didn't mean to. I saw you just sitting there and you looked pretty sad and I couldn't resist sneaking up on me. He slyly folded his arms and said as he copied what she did and finished her sentence for her. Sammy looked at him. He was soaking wet. Ha ha ha, she laughed. What's so funny? You're soaking from head to toe. It wasn't long before Shute found himself laughing as well. Well, you're no sunny day in the desert yourself. They were both laughing their heads off for what seemed like hours. They then helped each other out of the fountain. Fen. The two kids looked over their shoulder as they heard the young dragon's call. Is that a baby dragon? How cute! I love dragons. Sammy said. Before you know it, she was cooing like a baby. Fen, what are you doing? Oh, hold on. Okay, it's the boy. Fen, what are you doing here? Zero's gonna freak when he finds out that you're gone. He made me responsible for your safety. He's probably gonna shut me up in one of those wooden boxes with lots of holes and then spear me with 1,000 swords and needles. Fen, Shute's face grew pale. Okay, it is the robot. Fen. Shute's face grew pale as he heard Zero's voice. Fen. Fen greeted his master. Indeed, he was happy to see him. Good boy, Zero replied. He was too happy to see him. Hiya, Zero, Sammy called out. It confused Shute. How did she know him? Milady, Sammy. Shute, what art thou doing here? All right, I almost forgot. Here, Shute, I think this belongs to you. She pulled out his cell phone. My cell phone? How did you, where did you, what are you? Shute said as he frantically searched himself. You dropped it back at the platform and I wanted to return it to you. Ooh, she said as the cell phone slipped out of her hand. Oh, Shute, I'm sorry. That's okay, I got it. No, let me. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. Done. Done, 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 done. This story is too annoying to continue to read. I've been doing this a lot lately. Well, not really, but... Well, over the course of having over 200 episodes, this isn't really often that I do this. But in more recent things, yes. I mean, I'm sorry. Story is just annoying. It's annoying. It's stupid. It's annoying. It probably would be a little bit better if it wasn't all over the place and if the person used proper spelling and grammar. I'm the fanfic critic. I read it, you listen, and I need to get the phone.